wow, this looks really, really good. Yo, but this is definitely getting me flagged on YouTube. What is up, my friends? Welcome back to another statue unboxing and review. As you can see from the size of this box, this is going to be a big one that we're going to be looking at today. This one here is the Swordsman of Mars by Level52 Studios, based on Frank Frazetta art. If this is your first time on the channel, please like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you can stay up to date on all of our content. So yeah, guys, another Frank Frazetta statue that I'm taking a look at. You know, I like doing something a little different here and there, just to give me a little break from the Marvel and the DC and the Star Wars. You know, just give me something that is totally out there and different. And Frank Frazetta is my dude. Love this guy. This is the godfather of fantasy art right here that we're going to be looking at. So this is the Swordsman of Mars. It's based on art that's actually called the Mastermind of Mars. And it was for a book that was released by Edgar Price Burroughs, part of the Barsoom series. So if you guys are familiar with that, that's the whole John Carter story. But at this part of the story, it's number 6 of the book series. They steered away from John Carter, and then they brought in some new characters. This here is of a character called the Swordsman. I'm not really familiar with who that is in the book. To be honest with you, I've never actually read those books. Just really like the art. So that's what we got here. So let's take a look at the box. Just like with the other ones from Level52 Studios, you got this glossy Frank Frazetta signature that they has here on the box, just like they did on the others. And then you have a dark muted black and brown scheme going on here that shows the original art of Frank Frazetta on the front. It says the Swordsman of Mars on the sides, limited edition. They only made 170 of these, so that's awesome. Very cool. It was sculpted by Aaron Bainert. I hope I'm pronouncing that name right. All right, and that's what you see on the back of the box right there. This is what the statue is going to look like, so that's cool. And then the Swordsman of Mars here on the side. And that's basically what the box looks like. And then you also get this really cool art print to go along with it. So that's what the art originally looked like right here. And like I said, if you go to the Frazetta Girls website, they actually still have this art available in an art print, and it's not that expensive at all. If you wanted to take and buy that and get it framed, I think it's only like $140. So pretty cool for an art print, and you can have that, you know, along with your statue, or you could just use this. Or if you really want to get the book that originally came out. It was a reprinted book, and then it actually encompassed both the Mastermind of Mars and the Fighting Man of Mars. It's a set, and the art is on that book, and that's also very inexpensive on eBay as well. So if you wanted to display that with a statue, you could do it like that. But anyway, with all that out of the way, let's get this thing out of the box. All right, and there's everything how it comes. As you can see, this is going to be a very, very easy statue to put together. I like that the bodies of both characters are all solid pretty much, except for the hand that goes with her. So that's just going to be one extra piece. And then you have the hand right here holding the rapier. Let's see if we can get that into some close-up detail for you guys. Really like the shading that they did there. Looks very true to the original artwork. It's got kind of like an orangey type of skin. Got like a tan going on there and all that. Nice detail here in the the bracer. Sorry, didn't mean to say that wrong. And good shading going on there. Very nice dents and scratches in the sword itself, you know, to give it that whole worn effect. I like the paint job that they did on that. Just look at that face. That looks really good. Stubble on the chin there looks really good. That scar going on there and everything. Very, very nice work. Texturing on the cape is done nicely. Good paint work and shading and all that. So very, very good work going on here. And you got this chick, who I don't know who she is. Could be a princess. That booty. Alright. Also very well done. Like the paint job and everything. They did some nice shading. So you can see like in the ab areas, there's some lighter areas here and then darker areas in the ab. So they did a nice job with paying a real close look to the original artwork. While everything else has a very nice shading going on, the base really looks like one solid color. It's got kind of like a purple tone to it. A bunch of rocks going on there from the looks of it. Would have liked to seen a little bit more going on here in the base, just to push it, some more, just to maybe give you some light highlights and stuff like that. So far, all I'm seeing is one color of a grayish purple tone from the looks of it. So that's it. All right, let's just get this thing assembled and let's see what it looks like in person. There it is, all put together. The Swordsman of Mars by Level52 Studios. Really fantastic work. I think they did a nice job on this altogether. The assembly was super, super easy. And like I stated before, this is based on this art print right here. So you guys can see a little more close-up look at it. All right. This is called The Mastermind of Mars by Frank Frazetta. You can see they did a really nice job at paying homage to this art. I think they did a great, great work. So yeah, this is what we got here, the Swordsman of Mars. You have this princess-looking warrior chick in the very front, and I think they did a great job with the skin complexion on her. She's got kind of like a pale tone going on about her, but I think it's got really nice shading moving around down by the knee area that you can see here. That looks really, really well done. I think they could have done a little more detail in the feet. She's got kind of elongated toes, in my opinion, but that's probably what it looked like in the art. And I got the art here. Let's see if that's how that was stylized like that. Well, they really didn't have it in the actual picture. In the real picture, this is kind of this all in shading, so that's kind of inferred at that point. But I think the toes look a little bit long. She got some big feet. The anatomy otherwise looks very much like Frank Frazetta. They did everything pretty much identical to what I'm seeing right here in the art. With just a few little alterations here and there. Like this bracer right here is a little bit different in the artwork, but it's really, really close. When it comes to the armament that she has on, I feel like it's got some nice texturing and it's sculpted very well. I think they could have punched it up a little bit more with some shading and maybe like some highlights. I think would have been really well, but it's got kind of a metallic feel to it, so it gives it a feel of like a bronze. But the body itself, I think, is done very well. They did add a lot of shading there. So there's like a tone here right below the belly and then around the navel area like that. So I think that looks good. Moving up into her face, she has a very beautiful looking face. Looks very much like the artwork that I'm seeing right here. So I think that looks cool. The horns and everything on the helmet. Moving into the Swordsman is very detailed. Probably even more so than the chick that's in front here. He has a hell of a lot of shading going on in the body. So they did a great job all the way through on the anatomy of him. Looks very, very much like Frank Frazetta when I see this. Like when you see this, that's what I picture his art to look like. This is really cool that they managed to just bring this into 3D life. So I think that looks really awesome. They did a really good job all the way up on the feet. He's got kind of like those Roman style sandals going on, which they don't show in the original art, but judging by the rest of his look, he does kind of have that whole Roman feel or a Greek feel to it. So that looks cool. The body itself, very muscular. A lot of good shading going on around the muscles and everything, which looks really cool. He's got some scars on the legs, some scars on the chest, which looks awesome. It looks really good. It's kind of like a little bit of a gloss there to show that there's a little blood, so that looks neat. I like how he has the hand holding back the cape, so it makes the cape look like it's bellowing and it gives it kind of a dynamic feel to it. The cape has some good texture going on, so it gives you a contrast to the rest of it. It looks a little bit on the smooth side, so that looks really good. The paint work is clean. I don't see anywhere where it's bleeding or anything like that, or like any wayward lines, so that looks really nice. Really nice job there. The bracers on these look way better than what they did with the girl. The bracers in here have kind of like just a regular metal feel, and it's got dark areas and dents in it and wearing on it. So I think that's really nicely done. And the rapier looks really cool as well. his face just looks like he's been through stuff, you know? He's got scars going all along. He's got that morning shadow a little bit, so that's cool. He just looks rugged, like he's been in war, you know, and he's been bred in war. So, yeah, they did a really nice job, you know, paying homage to Frank Frazetta's work. If you're wondering if this is going to fit in your statue collection, this is a quarter scale statue. It is polystone all the way through, so you know it's a little bit of a heavy piece. It's not like super heavy, but it does have some weight to it, so that's something that you'd have to consider. Wouldn't recommend putting this on any kind of glass. He is standing about, put it right there. He's standing about almost 21 inches tall. So he's about 21 inches tall with the sword to the cape. He's got about 15.5 to 16 inches in width. And then in depth, about 15 inches. So he'll fit in a best of for sure. Probably not a DTOF. All right, and that's my thoughts on the Level 52 Studios Swordsman of Mars. It's a bang out piece, guys. If you haven't jumped on this one yet and you're a fan of Frank Frazetta, head over to Sideshow, Collector Zone, wherever they have it available. See if you can get this one before it slips out of your hands, because they only made 170 of these. Anyways, I'm always interested to hear what you guys think about the statues I review. Let me know in the comments below. And until next time, guys, keep it marvelous.